Welcome everyone to today's live stream. Gonna hang out today, have some fun. A little mechanical engineering work. If YouTube ever decides to start actually really working for me, it's acting very, very goofy today. Like already. Like it got a little goofy at the start of the stream the other night, but it's acting really bad today. Like I can't even get the page to fully load for the dashboard of the live stream. Hi everyone. Hi Xbox, Jenny, Jennifer. Thank you all for joining in. We'll have a few minutes let everybody else kind of catch up and hopefully get my page to load. Good afternoon, Felonious. Thanks for joining in as well. YouTube is still acting goofy. So how is everybody? Me and Timmy are okay. He's tired. He got groomed earlier. Went to the groomer, so he is worn out already. You know, so rough going and getting bathed and petted. Your nails done. Just horrible day for him. He got a new treat that he has licked very vigorously, but he has not chewed on it yet. What? I'm good, Jenny. You know, I'm tired. Timmy being sleepy is maybe sleepy. I blame him. It's his fault. Give me that look. He's like, I'm sorry. Gorgeous day for you. Good, Felonious. It is a very wet and dreary and miserable day here. That's probably why my YouTube page does not want to fully load at all. I think YouTube must be having some issues today because it signed me out of everything earlier just randomly, and now it's not letting me load pages fully. Yesterday a kid decided to slap you on your backside. All right, Xbox, watch the language a bit. Because the chat is showing it where it doesn't get cleared from the chat on screen doesn't mean you can post it and then delete it. YouTube is not wanting to work today. You got the multi-tool, but you're having trouble getting the freighter. Yeah, the multi-tool should just be a case of, you know, save, reload, save, reload. The freighter, you actually have to do the jump sequence for it, Jenny. If you didn't see that in the post for the freighter, you actually... It's like every 5 jumps, you get the combat sequence. So you have to... Basically, you gotta go save at each spot before you warp to the next system. And then when you warp to the next system, you see if you get the combat alert. And if you get the combat alert, then what you have to do is try to teleport somewhere where you're adjacent to the system you want to be in. So really teleport to the system you want to be in, and then like warp away by one next to it where you can still get to it in range. You just warp around there until you get that, until the next warp gets you the battle sequence. And once you get the battle sequence, you just then reload your game and you warp into the system with the coordinates, and you should get the battle triggering for that system, like with the coordinates for the freighter. And at that point, you just do the battle, and then you see how good the freighter is. Sometimes it doesn't work out quite right on the first or second try. It's a little bit more complicated for the freighters. Hello, Kai. Thanks for joining in. Alright, this is really bothering me. YouTube is just not wanting to work at all right now to let me see anything. So we'll just have to limp along with this, I guess, because YouTube is being very stupid right now. Yeah, what will happen with the freighter is you'll end up, you know, it might be like the freighter coordinates where here's a really good large sized one with a high probability of S-class, but it may not be S-class the first, second, or third time. You might have to do a few tries for that. Want to beat a world record to eat 5 Carolina Reapers in under 10 seconds. I could not even eat one in under 10 seconds because, I mean, you gotta chew. Otherwise, you're just sending that all down your stomach, and your stomach is going to be destroyed. Okay, this is just getting ridiculous now. Like, it's just, the page is refusing to load fully. Oh, finally, like 30 tries, and I think I finally got it to load. Yes. There we go. Only took me 30 tries loading the page for YouTube to finally actually fully load the page, so I can actually see everything. T3. I'm not sure on the T3. I'm assuming just like T3 being the size. What you really want, I think they're still called, or some of them called it like the Revenant class. They're the Star Destroyer looking ships for the freighters. They are some of the biggest ones, size-wise in that, as far as the look of it, the cosmetics. And they have a certain number of cargo pods on the sides. Mine in the game has 5 sections of cargo pods on it, I believe it was, or might be 6. I can't remember. So that it goes by that. And then you have the ones that the other biggest freighter ships are the ones that look like the freighters used by the Sentinels, the Sentinel freighter looking design. Yeah, go for the Star Destroyer looking ones. That's, I mean, S-Class is going to affect like the warp distance and everything, but the biggest looking ones are the S-Class ones. I think they're all still the same inside as far as, I mean, you don't get more parking spots for your ships. You get 9 bays, and you can only have, was it 5 or 6 ships out of 9 landing pads? Which is kind of dumb. I mean, yeah, you want ships to come in, but maybe you want to have that 7th ship in your collection. And then the inside, you can build multiple floors up. You know, you can build really long, far back in certain directions. You can't build too far to the sides because the ship's not very wide. But yeah, you get a lot of options on at least the Star Destroyer looking ones. It can be, you know, it gives you a lot of room to build. I just wish we had a few more building options in the freighter right now. It'd be really great if they would do that for an upcoming update. You know, give us some more options in the freighter. Cosmetically, at least inside. A few more things like that. You just ordered 30 extra large pizzas for your neighbor and have it where you pay cash. You know they have a phone number for you when you call it in. Hello, Pierre. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, Xbox, that kind of, they fixed that problem years ago. They get your phone number on caller ID. They can find out who called, and they can, you know, I mean, depending on the size of the order, you know, you could be charged for something like that. I mean, that's called fraud. You know, it's not just a prank, that's fraud. They want to, they can go and say, yeah, he cost us this much money, and you could, you know, they could file charges against you. So I hope you're joking on that, because that companies don't let that go anymore. All right, we are back with Mechanica. We're gonna do some more building. Obviously, we're gonna do some more design work today. I've got some ideas. I'm kind of trying to think of things I can create in the game that's a workaround for a mechanic we're missing. That hopefully will be something that gets added later. I'll wait for all these guys to get caught up. Any more? No? Let's see. Last time I did the link to this. This says that I have fuel in that furnace off in the distance, and when it goes to yellow, tells me it's getting low, it's less than 50%. Orange, less than 20%. I need to go out there and put more fuel in it. And it's based on, of course, a time interval of how long it runs, which is not ideal. It'd be better if we could just pull the value of how much fuel is there, but you know, it's a workaround. The Sentinel freighter you're looking at? Okay, yeah, that's not the... That's the one that's more like upright. It's got like a curve to it, Jenny. That's the, you know, the... It's a completely different look than the Star Destroyer ones. And I'm not sure. I think it's still the same size overall as far as, you know... I haven't seen anything where I've run into a building limitation. But then again, I mean... You can only build so much in a freighter before you run out of stuff to build. This is still not working when the game loads. It still gets off on the count. So, yeah, I need to rebuild this. Stop messing with me, you robots. I was trying to do some work. Let's get that. Did I get an exact number? No, I didn't. I was off by 1. I was going to fight some bots today. I see. We got another ship inbound. Okay, I can actually collect those this time. Maybe I shouldn't have turned the number of roaming bots up so high. I think I put it up to 30 bots can be roaming around the map at a given time. I mean, it sounded like a good idea when I thought about it. Like, oh yeah, it means more little bots to interact with, but it also means more bots roaming around that can suddenly decide to just, you know, oh hey, he's over there, let's go attack him while he works. And I got my stuff together for portable defense station from last time. I have not uploaded that yet. Probably should do that today. Just the one ship. Yeah, I have not done that yet today. I probably should do that. 7 section. I guess it's got 7 section, meaning it's supposed to be however turret. I mean, I guess on that one it's gonna be turret sections. Hello, Sanchez. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I think on those, if it says it's like 7 section. For those is how many side turrets display on them. Because I know the other one, the Star Destroyer ones are the cargo pods, so that's gotta be like the turret placements. Now we're still good on this. Yeah, okay. Had to make sure that one's not getting off at any point. That's actually staying perfectly counted. This one, which I'll need to adjust it to have hopefully the little marker thing for how much fuel is left. There we go. Lots of yeah. Lots of copper wire being made. Way more than I will ever actually need. I mean, they're got to dev's got to create something that makes us use a lot more resources. Because I'm running out of room. I need better storage options. Some kind of integrated options. Let's see, that's... Yep, 0. So that just finished. That should be midnight. It goes up. It's 10%. Same thing here. I love my little automatic lithium timers. There's, you know, gives it time for it to regenerate fully and then runs again until it's empty. And it seems to give more, I always seem to get more value out of it that way because you regenerate too little each day. Oh, I was wondering. I was like, turn this way, and I could hear to the side the sound of bots, like a ship or something. I was like, where is that coming from? Oh man, too much iron. Too much iron. I was really hoping we'd have like a map update for today. I was so looking forward to the idea of building a new base somewhere else with all these resources that I have stockpiled. Seems almost like the wrong angle there. Let's see. Well, there's my little test one with the light, which is still good. Like, that's why I use the little light panels and not the actual, like, casting a light ones, not the normal ones. I use the light panels because they're so bright and visible from a distance. You just kind of lose it with the other lights. They're good for seeing stuff in the dark, but not for, like, a signal. Like, that just stands out. So I need to get an idea of how to redo that. I think I do want to redo that before I want to do something where it's got more than one light panel. And it'd be great if we had like a signal light, something like an alarm, industrial alarm light, spinning light, you know, it rotates and it faces two ways, but it rotates so you see it like as a flash as it rotates around. Like there, I could see, well, not looking straight at it, but when I turn to the side, you can see the green from it. If I had that, it'd just be blinking green as it rotates and flashes around. That would make it easy to see. So we could definitely do with like an industrial, you know, like a industrial warning light. It's just the dome, and it just spins. And it just faces two ways. And it's just, as it turns, you get that little flashing, that pulse to it. That could be added in the game. That would require actual spinning mechanics. I think the devs should add that. We got an industrial alarm, give us an industrial light. You know, warning light. It'd be a good combination there. Hello, Jason. Better late than never. You finally dragged yourself in. Had to stop and pick some flowers. Still find the occasional set of flowers here and there, which is okay, you know. Eventually I'll be doing some decorating with them. We'll let some of them catch up. Just a moment. SBots, if you're tired, go to sleep. And start sleeping at a normal time so you're not tired so much. Unless you're saying you're tired because you've been exercising extra vigorously today. He's stuck on the wall. I had to put him out of his misery. I wonder if any ships, drop ships actually come in here. I mean, it's not the best for resources, but what if you built off of the bridge and downward so that it created like a hanging base that hangs from underneath the bridge? You got the lithium there, we got water, we got oil. Technically, you could have it where, I guess, you know, conveyors feed from mines up top to the edge, and they just kind of launch the ore over the edge into the ravine, into the little valley, canyon, whatever you want to call it. And just have something that is there in the right spot to collect them. Yeah, you could make like a high volume production thing and just have it hanging down from the bridge. And the question is, will they jump off the bridge to get to you? You woke up at 7 and slept at 11. So you went to sleep at 11 and said you woke up at 7. I mean, that's a good number of hours. If you slept well, you didn't toss and turn all night. So you should not be tired. Now, where are these going? Got one. Oh. Is it? It is. It's dropping into the little ravine. Well, good to know. And you got a group that got dropped over there that's coming. Okay, so that one dropped those off. That one's dropping those off. So they could have a problem if you built in the ravine. Oh, caught up to me. So I got those. I've got those. I've got the ones in the ravine. I've got 2 more groups there coming. So that's 4 groups plus some wandering ones. That might be that looks to be another one. So that's group number 5. And then there was 2 groups that got dropped. Oh no, well, one group that dropped on over here originally. It's going to be a pretty good number of bots. I think this is going to be a good battle. Oh, look, we got another one there. It's going to be 7. 7 groups of bots being deployed. Let's say there's more lithium. I know there's an iron one. That way, yeah, you could get by over here. Ooh, look at all that. All this coming to party with me right now. More coming in. I think it's starting to stutter me a bit. Too many bots. There's another group. There goes a group dropping off over there. I saw it. I need to build a spot where I just go stand. I'm perfectly safe. They can't get to me. I could use that as a, like, okay, give me time to let everything cluster around me, then I'll jump and run to the base so we get a big all-together collection ready to just watch the destruction and mayhem. So I'm not just having to stand there at the base and wait. You woke up at least 8 times per night? That is not good. Yeah, actually, you need to stay away from caffeine like a few hours before bed. Caffeine takes a while to get out of your system. You're drinking caffeine at like 7 p.m. You're still going to have it in your system probably around 1 a.m. That's when it's going to finally start to get out of your system at that point. You need to stop caffeine by at least around 4 p.m. at spots, if that's what you're doing. Also, a suggestion, don't drink for at least an hour before bed, period. Try to, give your body time to process the fluid you've already intake. And that way you're not getting up throughout the night to pee. That way, one less thing to disrupt your sleep. Oh, I don't remember that. You can hold E, and it's not just pickup, but it's drag and move it around. I do not remember that being a thing. I don't think I've ever, accidentally even done that before. I just held the button a little too long, and I noticed. And yeah, I am lagging. I am getting some stutter. Let's take a look at this. Look at that. Lovely bunch of robots. And there's still a group. That's at least one individual. There's a group there. That's probably a couple of wandering ones. That's a group. Oh, I can see it. There's a group out there too. They're kind of getting, they're split up, but there's another group. That might be that first group. Oh man, this is gonna be a good one. As long as I don't have an issue with the game like locking up from this. This might be the biggest battle group ever. Xbox, try, if you're not drinking caffeine that late, you don't play video games that late, are you playing like with your phone? You're doing Facebook, stuff like that? Because blue light from your phone is still going to trigger your brain into thinking it's daytime. Also, try this. If you got some, or get your parents to get you some, try like a small teaspoon of raw honey. Preferably locally produced raw honey, because the whole idea is, well, there's real science behind this. One is the makeup of honey is going to give you a good source of energy for your brain while you're sleeping, because your brain does use a lot of energy while you sleep. And the local honey part of it is because it's going to be produced from stuff in your area, so it's going to help with any kind of allergies you might have to stuff in the area. I think that's the last group of robots coming in. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's... My game does not like the number of robots that I'm looking towards. It's fine if I don't look at them. It's okay if I don't look in this direction. All right, here we go. We got probably the biggest cluster of robots I have ever had at one time after me. And it's also saving. I'm going to let it finish the save. But, man, look at those robot bodies. Come on, save. Finish. Saves take so long now. It's thinking about it. You know, you might have gone too far when you went from saving in like a second to taking like a minute for the game to save. Cameron, hello. This game is Mechanica, a survival game against robots where you program stuff. And I have too much stuff going on. It's taking like a minute to save every time now. Oh, I got some more. Oh, did we get another like ship coming in? Yes, we got another drop ship. I couldn't even hear it over the noise of all of these. Let's just go. Maybe this will help save faster. Come on. Come on. It's nice early morning. Yeah, I noticed. I always notice. Oh, there we go. I always notice my saves slow down in Subnautica as I keep building out bigger bases. And the same thing here. So we've got supermassive bot attack. Boom. Oh, I can't even see it. You see the lag from the laser swords. Oh, so much destruction. I'm hoping that it actually gets done before it runs out. I think it finished. But I think I got another group. Nope, it did not finish. It got 2 left. There we go. Let's look at this before Ah, now the door's doing it the other direction too. Look at those bots. Look at those bot bodies. There we go. They're piled high, stumbling over each other, trying to get to me. And now the door worked perfectly fine. Because I got rid of all the bots. Oh, that was good right there. Can you make rockets? No. Basically, it's kind of limited right now on like weaponry and such. It's more about automating things, really. Like this, I press the button, it triggers stuff in a sequence that I programmed through the button, telling it like every 4 times, wait 3.5 seconds between each time to run. There's a lot of logic behind it because you gotta kind of understand some basics of programming to really get into the heavy duty automations. But for basic stuff, it's actually fairly easy to get into now, and there's a workshop integration now, so you can actually go and just download stuff right into your game. Like one of my numerous designs I have on there already that you just you go make the same parts that you need and let you plop it right down in the game. Everything already programmed. Great way to break down how something was done and learn how to set stuff up on your own. Of course, you stick around. We're going to do some programming today on some stuff, coming up with some stuff, or at least testing some ideas. And another one coming in. I think they were like queued up waiting for me to destroy some bots. Man, look at that. I've got too many screws, too much iron. I think I got a small bot in that, or though that's the one I found in the canyon, yeah. That's almost full. Let's go put stuff away while these guys come in. I got the battery auto producer that Xbox suggested, so it might be worth it just start chunking batteries into laser sentries and let them do some defending too. Because I have too much stuff as it is right now. Too many of those. You know what? We're gonna have some spillover. How about that? Boom, they're spilling over. Too many bot chassis. Oh, it freeze. It froze. It froze on that, but not when I had like 50 bots underneath me. Which is interesting. Oh, we got another one coming now. I'm not going to get anything done today. I'm not going to be able to check anything because they're just not leaving me alone. And oh, yeah, I never did disconnect that. That's almost done though. That's good. Let's see. How am I doing? Oh, fuel is getting low. Toss in another refill. Yeah, I need to just package up a furnace fuel level indicator, I think. Like the same thing I did there, but something with like the furnace being, here's the fuel indicator, and then here's the stuff that like you add it in, and then you could just tie it in with like a furnace for the timed smelting part to make it more fuel efficient. I could make something that would automatically time fuel level for a furnace. Come on, buddy. Reset. I like giving them a moment to think about their decisions before they get smacked. I'm not sure how that ended up over there, but it did. Okay, so that's working. You know what? I feel like I want to redo maybe the glass factory. Redo that design. Because this is just not working. Like, that's so many things that went through it did not trigger for. I just know there's something that is the problem with the way this times out. If these all go at the same time, it triggers too quick for it to work right. And apparently I have that somehow managed to get thrown from there into there. You see it? Two of them I heard not get triggered, and that last one didn't trigger. Okay, I'm gonna do this all again. Too much glass. Okay, we're ripping this out, and I'm gonna rip these out. Okay. Let me think how I want to do this. I don't want to move. So I'm getting rid of that. Oh, you know what? Perfect opportunity to make use of this. Portable defense station that I did last time. I'll just pop it in. There we go. It's done. Jump up here. Throw in a battery. What's interesting is the batteries do share the power between them. So this should last a while. Alright, there we go. Probably need to reset that. So many event listener, so much stuff that did not get carried over. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna save that. And we're gonna just move this. Favorite game I've ever played? I don't have like a favorite game I've ever played. I mean, I don't. It's like I'll have a favorite game for, you know, a certain amount of time, and then I'll move on to a different game. And then a different game, and it's like, okay, you know, at this point, this is my game I want to play. At this point, this is the game I want to play. It's just, you know, my preference changes a bit. There, like that. Yeah. BuddyBot drop-off point. I don't need BuddyBots, but the fact that we have a drop-off point works really well for triggering. Actually, I'm wondering if I need to do 2 of these. I'm wondering how it's gonna work if this, like, sand falls in the wrong spot. Like that. I mean, it's kind of wide. Yeah, how's that gonna work? Is that gonna... Oh, it goes in anyway. Okay. So that should work for the sand. So that's going to give me my count right there. And now I got to think about this again. How I did this. Yeah, get number value. You know, we're going to set that back correctly. So, BuddyBot drop off point on item received. Get the current number value of 0. You know what? I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to clean up the look of it a bit. If I didn't hear them, I'll still be okay. I'd hear the lasers. What's my favorite right now? I mean, It's kind of like it fluctuates a bit between. I really like this game because it's interesting. I mean, it gives me that creative freedom to try and control stuff a certain way, to come up with interesting implementations of stuff like this. But at the same time, like, the combat is not really there, so I like for the combat stuff, you know, the No Man's Sky is doing pretty well. I like the new change with the settlements, but it's not that great. So yeah, there's just a lot of games I play, and I just absolutely do not have like a favorite right now. I don't have any one that is like, I don't have any game right now that's like the one like, I gotta play it. Because I play too many of them. They all have their own different merits. All right, let's look. So item received, it runs, adds 1 to the number, sets the number value, goes here. If the furnace is on, oh, if furnace is not on, turn it on. Yeah. So when it receives anything, it should be turned on. Which shouldn't be a problem because it's going to receive more than one at a time, because I am going to put in 2 of these again. And we're going to see how well this protects me right here. I'm not getting easy collection of stuff, but laser sentries actually do work really well for defense. You just have to go out and collect everything. It's not as straightforward as my other stuff. But that works. I called that a success. I'm going to say I definitely like that. It's simple, it's straightforward, no weirdness with solar panels, batteries. Doesn't have to, or, you know, big battery bank. Doesn't have to be set up at a certain time of day for it to work at night. Just plop it down, load some batteries, be done with it. Okay, storage box. Yeah, okay, this I need to keep to a degree, but I need to clean it up a bit. Especially with the fact that it's got that glitch right there. Look at that. It's glitching again for me. It's happened before. Alright, so that's fine. Alright, we're gonna do power. Well, power and power. Yeah, okay. Got it. Okay. So we're sticking with this. Power's on. All of these just stay on. If it needs to, it turns all of them off. Actually, I think I'm not even going to worry about that. Instead, let's integrate this. Yes, that'll be easier. Turn them all off together. So on fuel depleted, the switch power pole needs to turn off, turn on kind of thing. So instead of having all those other ones, fuel restored, power switch on. Fuel depleted, power switch off. If less than or equal to, oh, no. We're going to do just a less than, because I've noticed that's leaving too much space in there. So less than 1. And I hear bots. We're going to run the branch. That. And I'm safe. If it's less than 1, turn off. False should be nothing. Because we'll have to come out here, empty everything out, and then reset everything. That's kind of the idea there. Now, that should be all the same. Shouldn't have to do anything else other than getting these going. So let's do a let's fix this. Oh, where is it? Way down here. Expandable glass production. All right, upload it. I'm gonna have to delete it after I get the new one made. So, and turn my caps lock off. Version 2. I'll throw that all in there. And I need to make sure I get the mounting points. And I think that's it. Everything's on. Like they're supposed to be. Two long beams for it to mount to. Furnace, everything. Yeah. Okay, and we're going to place it based on the furnace. Would like to get a better picture. But that at least gives me something if I need to replace it. Alright, let's turn on. And we'll make some fuel for it. So I shouldn't have to move anything. So yeah, that should work. This runs out of space. It tells it to turn off the main power, which will cover all of the drills. Which makes it a lot less complicated than having all of those different pieces over there. Cheeseburger fries. What? No. Leftover dill poutine. With extra cheese. I'm going to pass on both of those. How about a nice plank of grilled salmon over rice pilaf and some grilled asparagus. How about that? It's funny, actually, my taste buds have adjusted a bit more to eating healthier now. I would rather have that than a burger. Oh, got more friends coming in. All right. So we're about to have some sand. They're going to interrupt me, but it's okay. Oh, wow. Even though they turned on at the same time, one went a lot slower, which is interesting. I'm not sure why one drill took longer. Like, yeah, that took a lot longer. What the? Okay, it did produce. Yeah, we got number 11. That's so weird that it took that much longer. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Turn them off. Turn them back on. One after another. Like that. And we'll let that go. I think I got everything. Yeah, we'll let that go till daytime. I want to get a better picture on that. But that should have that upgraded now and more consistent. And if it does, stupid double doors. If it is more consistent now, then I've got that fixed. That's version 2. And at this point, I can expand out as long as I have enough power for everything. You know, just keep adding conveyor belts, adding sand drills. Doesn't matter. Just need enough power. Yeah, we'll go with Pierre's quote. And getting some lag there. Noticing more lag lately with the bots dropping in when I get too many of them. Like in a certain area. Oh, it's saving too. It's part of it. This has not messed up again, which is good. He still has not produced another one yet. I probably need to actually redo this to incorporate the correct counter. So it's not just when it adds one, it does that. In case the count gets off. Like, you don't want one that triggers a minute before the rest and it's just saying they're going for a minute on the furnace. Like that. It's doing it at different timing. Even though I started this one first, the other one finished long before. That's weird. That usually they time all together. Now it's doing it at different speeds. This is why stuff I can't get it to work consistently, because it'll change from one instance to another. So I'm fixing this. So yeah, we're just gonna have that. Set number value. That's all we need it to do. And then we'll do a... Actually, you know what? That's fine right there. I'll just leave it right there like that, because we'll just split over here. Okay, so we need to do a comparison, or yeah, greater than or equal to 2. So if it's got at least 2, so where it'd be nice to have. Yeah, all right, fine. I'm just gonna do this here. Really want to do the same thing again, but all right. If it's greater than or equal to 2, then we want to have it do the furnace turn on, not just, oh, it got something, turn the furnace on. True, turn the furnace on. And it should be, yeah, when subtract the numbers, if it's less than or equal to 1, actually, we need to do that. So if it's less than or equal to 1, in case we get a mishap with one piece of sand going the wrong place, then that will still cut it off, so it don't sit there just going endlessly. Like that. There we go. That's much better. Okay, we'll dump that one again. And I'll probably wait and upload that afterwards so I can get my text from the old one to put in it. There we go. All right, that might be fixed. We'll let it go for a moment. Fries, gravy, and cheese. What? Oh, yeah, poutine. I don't know about the gravy and cheese, but I could go for, like, I mean, fries and gravy, I could get that, you know, especially depending on the type of gravy. I love how so many times we turn chat towards food during live streams. It always goes back to food. Time to use some batteries. Especially on that one. Just north of Waco, Texas. All right. I got Sweden. Oh, we got a few places outside the U.S. that people join in from. Oh, look at that. That's almost done already. And this one's still going. So did the sand consistency change between places? Like you get more sand in one spot than another? I'm taking these back out in a moment. That's right. Yep, I'm gonna shut that off. Okay, so I've got it fixed now, so these are the problem. Let's just move it back a bit. Maybe a little bit more clearance might help. It's so weird that, you know, normally they go at the exact same pace. That was where I had the problem to begin with. They'd all trigger together, and they were triggering so close together, it was missing some of their triggers. And now one is like so much slower than the other. And my batteries went out in the lasers. Or, no, it did not. It's just... apparently some lasers ran out of battery. Okay. Yeah, alright, I'm coming back. And, well, let's see how far it got. Look at that. And look at that. They're close. Still not the same, but they're close. And that time the door works. One of your great-great-grandfathers on your dad's side immigrated from Sweden. Interesting. And you have ancestors from Austria. I learned, if my dad's right and the research he found is right, we're related to somebody that fought alongside the historical Macbeth. Which is kind of interesting. More interesting to him than it is to me. But yeah, it's interesting to say, yeah, the historical figure, the Macbeth that, you know, Shakespeare wrote about, that was a real person and might be, you know, not related to him, but somebody in my family history fought alongside Macbeth. Okay, we got one. And that one's still not done. Yeah, this one's going faster now than the other one. So I guess it's a good thing I made some adjustments to how it handles everything. I could, you know, put a battery in. Be nice. Alright, I'm just gonna leave those batteries. So much. I almost feel like I want to leave that stuff out, but I know it's more stuff for the game to track on the battlefield, and I feel like that might cause problems. Okay, let's do this again. Expandable. Well, if I could spell it. Version 2. We gotta get the bots. That. Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Gotta get the conveyor. Gotta get that. Gotta get that. And... did I get... no, there we go. Okay. Yes. Okay. Placement point. We want to go by the furnace. And we're going to... do that. Hard to tell where it's actually going to frame it right. Because it does crop in a little bit, and you got the tool in the way. There we go. All right. Expandable glass production version 2. Now I can finish expanding out mine the rest of the way. Really is what I need to have for the thumbnail. We would like to see a way to go in and make an update to it. Like, don't make me start over every time, but let me go and make an update to my existing design. Because when you get like really creative with some of these designs, you got really complicated designs. having that option would be very helpful. Be like, oh yeah, let me just go update it because I made a tweak to some of the programming. Turn on all of these. I mean, the old one worked fine. It's just as I get more lag at times, it kind of hung up a bit. Alright, so that's an updated version of that. Definitely, if you need a good, accurate count mechanism, use the drop-off points. They seem to work pretty much flawlessly right now with counting the items that actually go through. Because each item gets counted as its own thing, so, you know, you don't have anything that triggers so close together it overlaps. Are they? They're not done, but he's acting like he's done. What the? You're... Get to work. Help him out. How much? Too much in the way of supplies. Again. Okay, I got sand production upgraded. What else can we do? You ate your poutine. Well, good for you. I like the timing in that chat there. Sanchez, great, something, something down the line. Grandparents were adamant leave. And then Jason says, well, that's disappointing. That was just good timing right there in chat. Boom. And more. I think I turned my attack frequency up a little too much for being able to work with stuff. Okay, wait a sec. What? It's not producing anything, but it's still staying on. Again, the count is off somehow. Now that's right there. No? Actually, I think it did get the count off. And look at that. Now they... Why? Okay, so that was one in there. I'm not sure. Something's messed up on this now. Like, without fail, it'll work 100% until I get to the point where I got just too much stuff going on, and then it locks up and gets off. Do I have any advice on starting a business? I mean, I don't know, not really. It depends on the business. Just do your research. Make sure it's a... Don't dive in because you're like so excited that it's going to just be like, oh man, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. I'm gonna be rich. It's gonna... No, just be prepared for a lot of work, a lot of long hours, doing stuff yourself until you can afford to pay somebody else to do it. And yeah, do your research. Think before you leap. Make sure you are not like overreaching, because you don't want to go in and start a business and then find out it's not profitable and you're just losing money, and then you lose like your house and everything like that. No, you will make sure that you're not pushing beyond your reach at the time. So do your research. Make sure you're going to have enough money to do it. You got the time to do it, and you can justify doing it. And there it goes. Look at that. I got one piece of sand that fell off. Did not go in all the way. So I feel like that's why I did not upload it already. Gotta let it actually test for a bit. I feel like I need to just do something like this. I mean, so far is that one piece, so it's not like it's a huge problem. but it might be worthwhile to peg a couple of these in there. Just so, you know, if a piece of sand comes in here and hits that, it knocks it over, hopefully, kind of funneling it into where it needs to go. Like that's, ooh, that's almost perfect. Height level. I'll let that go. We'll see how that does for a bit. It is working. It is producing glass. Too much glass, but you know, it's too much until you don't have any. All right. Yeah, okay. Here it goes. Yeah, there. Almost full on that storage crate. Storage box for glass. I still have it producing. Yeah, with this, I'm going to say whenever I have to start a new game again, I'm going to be prepared with all my designs. I'm going to have all my stuff ready to go. I'm just going to have to build the components for it, unlock everything, and then as I get stuff I need, I'm going to just start popping things in place and good to go. How a separate solar farm. I already have that. Actually, Kai, I got it right there. It's my power pod that is on the workshop if you want to check it out. If I find it. Yeah, power pod version 1. It's a solar farm because solar only produces while the sun's up. There's no batteries in this like in Subnautica. So instead it is solar farm connected to 2 banks of batteries. Battery chargers. So the idea of being 2 banks is one bank triggers from 6 p.m. to midnight. The other one triggers from midnight to 6 a.m. Because if you run them all night, they run out around 4:30 a.m. range. They don't go the full 12 hours. They run out of power. So they alternate, which means when they turn off, the first batch turns off at midnight. They're going to have 40% power left. And then the second batch will turn off at 6 a.m. with 40% power. And then they both charge up again during the day. So you get a consistent, like, 300 power off of it all the time. All you got to do is place it down and connect off of it. So if I really needed to, I could throw, like, a couple more out here. I don't need to. I've already got one inside here doing the same thing. I just wanted to make a modular, portable version of it. So yeah, I've got a solar farm and power bank set up already. I see one piece of sand sitting there. Now maybe that's just a glitch right now and it'll line them all up whenever I load a save again. Because these are all in the same pace. That one seems to be going off a little bit differently. And that one is way off. And I still have a piece of sand that got out. Okay, that's working. I don't know how that piece of sand got out there. Unless it just hit the right way and rolled off the edge. This is why we test. Maybe that will work. Unless it like actually causes them to like ramp outwards. Oh, he got me. He swiped me a little bit. Oh, maybe I put this one a little bit too far in. Maybe that's what it was. I gotta get them out a little bit more so they give more of a funneling effect. Okay, so yeah. It's all about controlling the flow of items. Once you got that fixed, you're set. Let's check my status. I do need to come up. Oh, you know, I could do the same thing. I could implement that same thing right here with that, so it will tell you by the furnace when it needs fuel, what the fuel level is. It'll make it more complicated to build, or more part intensive. But you'll see when you need a furnace to be replenished. Then we'll take these. Does lights? I got 3. We'll make a 4th one. This will give me a test. I'm gonna have to go. You know what? Let me look at this. Yeah, just check the other bots. That's all it's doing. So I gotta go look at the other bots and see what it was I did, because I do not remember my coding for that. Saving, and I've got bots on the way, so I'm lagging up. Oh yeah, I made that section a couple of live streams ago, Kai, so that's fine. Yeah, I've got a bunch of designs up on the workshop right now. I don't know if I've got the most, but I'm certainly one of the top contributors right now, I would say. Okay, got that. No, I'm not gonna huff it. I'm gonna run it. I'm not running. I'm gonna drive it. Way better option. My silent car. Okay, let's see how I did this again. I think I did everything off of that. Yep, there we go. Okay. So I did it based on the numbers. Yeah, it's this whole section here pretty much. So, well, on button push, it starts it. That may not actually work as well on that. I'll have to rethink this. So yeah, on minute past. I heard it. I heard it. So for every minute passed while the furnace is active, it tracks. I mean, granted, the sand drill, I guess, doesn't have to actually need this because it's going to be... You can place it close by. You don't have to worry about, you know, it going anywhere, like, far away. It could be right next to your stuff. So, I've got this. I just need to redo this as a separate design. I need to actually do it where the furnace controls it all, I guess. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to think about this. That's going to be a complicated one again, because I need to make it modular where it can be applied. Like if somebody else just wants to take the furnace component of it, they can do that and integrate it with a miner to then just say, well, you know, do this with the miner, control the furnace on and off like that. the timing count, the fuel level marking, I just need to integrate to the furnace standalone. That might be the better option, better way to do it. Too much stuff. Alright, let me think about this. So, I know I did it 100%, 50%, and 20%. I think is what I did it to, so I really need to make, like, a furnace and get it set up just to track the time as it goes. I don't see anything dropped. Nothing in there. I think this is actually working right. It's tweaking a little bit because of the sand getting out, but it works. Tracks the time, or, you know, the count, shuts itself off. You're going to get the best longevity out of that. So, yeah, all right, let's do a new one where, so I'm going to need a small screen. Furnace, all right. I'm going to make use of my defense pod over here. That works very well, actually. Alright, we're gonna go... Oh. We'll put this down, and we're just gonna worry about this being standalone. Input, we're gonna need a button, because the idea is you put in fuel, you hit the button to say, hey, I just put some more fuel in this, and it marks the fuel level going up. So, yeah, we're going to do that. I'm just going to tie it all off of the furnace. So then we need a counter for this. Alright, so it's spitting that way. That's the output direction. I almost feel like I just want to do it like this in a way, but might do it like this. Yep, okay. So we're gonna do that. I get it's pretty much right. And we'll do that. That goes above. And you know, I'm thinking actually 2 lights should be enough. Because, I mean, that's going to give a pretty good coverage for direction, you know, to view it. I mean, if I put that down the right spot, unless I just had it turned completely the wrong way, I'm going to be able to see those lights. And the point is to have them tie in together. And then we need a clock to check every second. Actually, I'm going to take that connection out, and we're just going to do the same thing. I'll just have both lights triggered off of it. Okay, fun part now. I'm going to go back through this, see if I can think of it a little bit cleaner. On button push, I'm going to use the number input to take the current number, which is 0 because there's no fuel in it. Right. Oh, there he is. I knew I heard one. And we got an attack group coming in. Okay. So we're going to add the number. We're going to add one, not one, it's 1440. for number of seconds to add in the wrong one. We're going to take that, we're going to add the number, and then we're going to set the number value as it comes out. Say that is the current value. So that is, you put fuel in, you hit the button, you added 1,440 seconds of fuel. Because that's what it is. It's half a tank. Yeah. That's it. That's done. Well, except, you know, no, it's not done because I had to do something. Because if you do that, you're going to go over. If you go over, it won't work. So we got to do a comparison. There we go. All right. So it can't just be you hit the button. You got to have it checked. So the number goes there. If the number is greater than or equal to 2880, then we want to just... I knew I heard another one. We're going to then set the number to... So if it's greater than or equal to 2880... set the number value to 2880 and be done with it because you're full. That's the maximum amount it'll take. And if false, we don't care. You know, it's just whatever. Or false. Actually, we do care. We got to have false, duplicate, set the number to current value. So if the number goes above it, it sets the number value to 2880 for that. Or wait, no, that's not that. That's why I gotta move it up here. Need the result to go over here. Yeah. So if the number is not more than 2880, it sets the value to whatever that is. Yeah, that's all right. That's the first part. So as we push the button, it works. I think that's what it is. That's what it looks like to me. Minute passed. Now we gotta track the usage of fuel with this. Go mow the lawn, Jason. The simplistic drawing at the beginning is many times the best. You mean like just trying to do it all over from the start instead of just doing it like trying to recreate it from what I did? Okay, at this point, I need... Yeah, we gotta have the variable. Is the furnace on? Yes or no? Oh, and you know what? On fuel depleted, fuel restored, we're not gonna worry about it. But fuel depleted, we're gonna have it turn off. We're just gonna do that right there. We need that. So, all right. Is the furnace on when a minute passes? Yes. Then we want to take the... Oh, actually, I got to do the branch. All right. So, yeah. If it is on, if yes, we want to subtract a number. So, we want to take the current value... And we're going to subtract 1 for every second. And if it's off, it does nothing. It's, you know, easy right there. 6, I think, we got coming in here. So, yeah, we want it to be, if the furnace is on, every second it tracks as that's 1 second, deplete the number by 1. For 1 second. If the furnace is not on, don't do anything, you know. There's nothing to deplete, no countdown necessary. just leave it alone. So keep it as simple as we can right now. All right, so then that means we need to set the number value to whatever the new number is minus 1. Okay, now this is where I got complicated. So when the number value drops, that's where we need the comparisons. So we're just going to come off of the set number value here. So if the number value is greater than or equal to, so we'll start there. Let's go come here, and we're going to take the number value for here. If it is greater than 1440, we want to set both light boxes. I guess I need to turn them on and set the brightness 100. We're going to set their color to green, because it's such a lovely, nice color. It says, well, for most people, I think, you know, it's like go. Trying to come at me from two sides. Let's see how it is. Too many things to pick up after these. I'm littering the ground with their parts. Okay, so if it's more than half the value, set it to green. That's what I care about. That makes it easier to say, oh yeah, from a distance you can see it, it's green. It's good. Moving on. Actually, oh wait, no, I skipped a step. Sorry. I skipped a step. We need a branch because we got to compare it. That's the whole point of the comparison there. If it is true, set it to green. If it is false, we're going to then move down to a less than or equal to. Yeah, we're going to just... I did that wrong too. That would have been problematic. All right, so less than or equal to, and I had to do this. I had to do the math on this. Let's see. Hit the button. Wish I could do it more complicated, but you know, why not just do it this way? I can type 576. That's 20% of a normal full fuel load. Right as I stopped, right as I got ready to run, they took him out. Okay, so if we're gonna just duplicate this. Should have done the whole thing there. If these are and you know, actually we're gonna do another thing here. On fuel depleted, we're gonna set the colors for these as well. That way it's just easier to set the color for that. To red for both of these. So turn it off because the fuel ran out. It's off. And then, you know, on button push, we'll also just have the object, have it turn on at a certain point. We'll just do this. So either way, it doesn't matter. Once it sets the new number, it turns it back on. obviously that could be adjusted based on somebody's need. Xbox, go play some Subnautica. All right, go play on Subnautica. I'm not going to answer that question. I mean, realistically, you might want to do the turning back on based on the other item, the drill or whatever it is, based on that. But for this, actually, you know what? I am going to leave that out. Let's just do that. So if fuel depletes, it will turn off. It set the color to red. So that's all covered here. So that will eliminate that being need to be configured for anything else. So we got this. If it's less than 20%, turn orange. So now if it's false, we're going to set it to the same thing because it's going to be in between the above 50% and below 50%. We're going to put yellow, like yellow for warning, orange because it's getting really low, then red is it's out of fuel. So those are on. Let's just do this. Let's just go boop like that. Bam. So we got red. That is a very nice and easy to see light panel. From a distance, 100% brightness. I mean, I guess I could have done it like, you know, every second it adjusts the brightness value based on the percentage of fuel left. But, I mean, you don't want that. You want to see a color, not can I see it or not. So I'm not even going to add any fuel yet. I'm just going to say I'm adding fuel. Boop. 1440. And that's it. Boop again. 2880. Boop again. 2880. That's the thing. No matter how many times I hit it, it won't go above the maximum amount. That's what you want. So I'm just going to set the number back to 0 real quick. In case, you know, I'll mess up. So there. All right. That is a furnace with automatic, or, you know, with a count. Furnace fuel counter. Yeah. Actually, let me double check my other saying. It froze me in place. I couldn't walk for a second. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to just drive over to the other spot. Let's check it out. Because if that's it, then there's the furnace. There's the indicator, the fuel level. You just put it in with your own setup, however you want to do it. Then you tie it in to say, hey, here's another number counter that turns the furnace on and off as your mine produces enough and the furnace produces an ingot. So it gives you a way to integrate it, but it's not like all the stuff for the fuel indication is in the furnace setup there itself. So it can be combined at this point with other creations like this. I should be able to replace the furnace and combine that in, have the indicator on the furnace, and then I just have to build this part to it. So, the fun part, make this a little bit more complicated. So 576, I did that right. I did it differently here. Yeah, way different on this one. Look at that. But I set it to less than or equal to that first. Set it to red, which I did red that it's yellow, green. I did red is getting low, not that it's off. I did black that it was off. That's why I did. I changed it so if it runs out, it is black. Right? That's where's that? I think that's what I did. Oh no, not black. It turns off. That's all it does. It just turns the light box off. Yeah, on button push, sets the number back to green. That's what I did. Okay. So I did set it up. It said it turns it off and sets that back to green, I guess. I think I like the yellow, orange part and red better. I think I like that. I'm going to stick with that. But I got my numbers right. I didn't mess up on that. We'll do one thing of fuel on it just to test it, let it run. If that works, then I have segmented that off as its own little modular component. And I can redo some designs just by tossing it in and recoding a couple of things. Phasmo! Jenny will feel better when she gets her freighter in No Man's Sky. That's what it is. Why am I the salt guy? I only have one spicy salt, and that's habanero salt. Yes, I do have smoked habanero sea salt. It's actually tasty. And it does have a very good kick to it. But that's the only spicy salt I have. I should... You know, I'm the spicy guy. That's it. I'm the spice guy. Not the salt guy. I bring the hot sauce and the peppers. Alright, so we put that in. We hit the button. We got 1440. And it's going to run for a second. Let's see. Turn it off. Numbers have stopped. Alright, back on. And it's going. So there we go. I'm going to let that empty out. Make sure it doesn't give like a wrong count at any point. This is doing fine. I think I got this. Oh. That's what it was. You saw it there. It was hanging on the edge, the line. Like that one. That's how they were falling out before. That's why I had some landing over here. Okay, this is fixed. And my battery power is out on those. What was he doing? He's just sitting there by the boxes, like, staring in my window. Ah! That stupid lag! And the stupid stutter on the stairs. Like, you cannot get up the stairs most of the time. You have to run along the edge just to get them to let you walk normally. Or jump constantly. I really hope that's fixed in the next update. That has been annoying me for far too long. There we go. And my door works again. So that's going to take a little while. Let's fix this again. Alright. Once again, because now I've... Of course. While I'm working, you gotta come mess things up. Okay, I got those. Yeah, got that. Get that. Gotta get that. I get one drill on each side. And this way I'll have the picture, but it's only going to have 2 sand drills in it. There we go. Okay. Yes, so that's working. Create. That's good. I'm going to say that's good. So we have 2 long beams, 2 short beams, the power pole, storage box, 2 sand drill, number input, furnace, conveyor, and drop-off point. Yes. And that is working to produce endless glass. There it goes again. Like every time bots come nearby, the door just automatically messes up again. MSG is not just salt. There's more to it on the monosodium glutamate. Sodium is salt. Base video? What, at a resource amount? What are you talking about? More bots coming in. You know what? This is out of batteries. I'm taking these out. I think I got most of my setup done over here anyway. At least I got that furnace going. And it's already yellow because it's less than the amount it's supposed to be. We'll watch and see it turn red. This is working. I can go ahead and upload that. And I'll just have to delete the old workshop design, which cannot be managed from within the game itself. The old video on best base locations. We'll have to add resources nearby. I'm still not sure what you're talking about. Too much iron. That was a very nice explosion. I just call it went flying. And I'm dumping some stuff. Okay, that gives me... Let's see, we'll go ahead and upload this because I think that is working now. And you know what? I didn't even put the right name for it. It's supposed to be version 2. I left the version number off. So let's just go ahead, upload it. Fixed. Version 2. There we go. Upload to Steam. Best base locations to build. Are you talking about Subnautica? And I mean, which one? Because I did 2 location videos for Subnautica. I did one for Below Zero. I don't know which one you're talking about, Xbox. And I know I mentioned resources on at least one of those for stuff available. Like, oh, I know in Below Zero I mentioned resources. But I'm not remaking any of those videos. I mean, there's no updates that have changed anything significant with either game to affect that. Okay, let me think. I got that done. You know what? The portable defense, we're going to upload that too, because that works. Making it sound like a sales thing for it. There you go. I mean, I'm not redoing those videos, and the next time I do a video like that is going to be whenever it's Subnautica 3, and Subnautica 3 is likely about 4 or 5 years away anyway. And that's pretty much what it was for the first two. So, yeah, you're going to be waiting a while for me to do another video like that for those. And I know I mentioned on some of the ones for Below Zero saying, I didn't say specific resources because I said this gives you access to most of the resources and a wide range of biomes. I mean, if all I did was sit there and say, and this gives you access to titanium, silver, gold, copper, I'd lose people's attention. And if I just post it on screen for 5 seconds, you know, that's not as helpful in the end. At least it wouldn't be helpful to me to have the screen cluttered with all the different options. I hate videos where they have like 50 things listed on the screen in text, and you've got to stop the video just to read the text. And like the whole point of the video was to not have to read the text. Was to be able to just watch it and get the information from being shown and told about it. Not, I want to stop and read a paragraph on the video. Okay, let that run for a moment and see what that does. That works. I will probably be redoing this entirely after I create the one for the fuel notification. I'll just take the fuel notification design and add it to my other ones. Now that is still working fine. That one's not a problem, so we'll go ahead and upload that. Alright, so that's 3 designs being uploaded today. One is a replacement for an existing design. I will have to go and remove the old one. But I could maybe do that right now. Let me find the old. Oh, I already uploaded that one. Oh, wow. Okay, well, why is it showing that wasn't uploaded? Did I guess I had to change something on it, because it's showing like I've already uploaded it, but I don't remember what it was I did for it. Okay, yeah, I apparently already uploaded it, so I need to delete this one. That's weird that it doesn't show it's on there already. That is very strange. It's not showing that on there. Alright, I'm just going to update the old one because there's a bunch of people subscribed to it. So I don't want to mess anything up for them. And we've got, that's weird. It shows that well, it says uploaded now. It didn't have it uploaded. It was already uploaded, but it doesn't show it was uploaded, which is weird. So I uploaded a duplicate, which is fine. I mean, I fixed it. That is weird. That it didn't recognize one that was already on there that had been done. Boom. Had to clean up a mess from the kids. That's okay. It happens. Sanchez, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm trying to, you know, if I can, I'll make it a short if it's like less than a minute. But, you know, I figured on that one, like I've seen some other videos out there. Here's where you find Ruby, and it's all about the vent gardens. And that's it. I'm like, okay, that's good for single pieces, but nobody's mentioning the copper mining site, which, you know, just those two is more than I've ever found in a single run at the vent garden. So I was like, I'm going to show both places, and I'm going to keep it fast. And I feel like I did that. PS4, no. I won't get a PS5. I'm not going to get that. I'm not a big console gamer anymore. Honestly, I mean, right now, the next thing I'm waiting on is my Steam Deck, which I'm supposed to... Mine is supposed to be up for shipping first quarter of next year. Even though I was trying hard to get in there, get that reservation when it became available. Hey, finally get one of them. That Steam Deck's gonna be the closest I'm gonna get to console, especially now that they're gonna have RetroArch on it. So you'll be able to actually load ROMs and play through an emulator on it for old school games. So I'm gonna have my Steam Deck loaded down with NES and Super NES ROMs. I might try a couple of N64 ROMs because I'm pretty sure it should be able to handle that nowadays. Be able to play some of those pretty decently as long as there's a few. I get a good one on there. Yeah, if you didn't know about that, the Steam Deck will now have the option for RetroArch, however you say it, which is an emulator for consoles, like the old school consoles. So if you want to do like an old MAME arcade cabinet games, you could do that on the Steam Deck. So to me, that is just a really cool thing. That's what I did with my Wii when I got it. I homebrewed it right away and turned it into a NES and Super NES emulator, and used the little controller to emulate the old Super Scope, I think it was called, for the Super Nintendo. It was like a bazooka thing, but you had it on your shoulder, and there were certain games you played with that. Yeah, I remember doing that. So that's going to be probably one thing I play a lot on the Steam Deck is emulators. Raspberry Pi 4. I have a Pi 3B and I have a Pi 4B, and they're both in somewhat use. Well, the Pi 4 is not being used. I feel like we've talked about this before. The Pi 4 is right now serving as my test bench device for testing hard drives and such, and it's not getting a lot of use because of that. So I need to put it to better use. I need to do something with it. I feel like I want to get, like, I'm thinking about getting a new monitor soon, because while this one is good, I want to get one that has a little bit better responsiveness, and more importantly, the one I'm looking at actually adjusts around the dark parts of the game on its own automatically. It'll bring up the contrast better, which is great since I have two lights beaming down on my face, and at times when it's like really dark in a game, it makes it hard to see for me without just making it completely blown out for everybody, like, you know, on the video and on the stream. So I've actually got a monitor I'm thinking about getting. It's like only like, you know, $350, and it's another 32-inch monitor, so it's a big boy. But I'm thinking about getting that, and if I get that, I'm kind of thinking of taking this one, which is also a 32-inch monitor, and putting it up like over here behind me, like where, like, hopefully where Timmy won't knock it off the wall when he shakes and bumps into it. But I was kind of thinking maybe putting it up. That could be something I could actually do with the Pi. I could put it up over there and just run the Pi into it and let the Raspberry Pi 4 control it and do display stuff on it, maybe through the Pi. I don't know. I'm not sold on that yet. That is one thing I could do with my Raspberry Pi then, since I do need a better use for it than just it sitting on my workbench right now, not getting used until I have a hard drive I need to test. Ooh, that. And I'm about to have to make some more shots. You know what? That's working so well, I'm just gonna overload that thing. Let's just get rid of some supplies. Yep, 6 stacks of each, if I can target. And you know what? That's 1 right there. We'll get a massive amount of battery production going. I got plenty of iron, I know, right below me in that little box. Okay. Button. There he goes. Gonna make me a bunch of batteries. 6 more stacks of batteries. That should be more than enough. You know, I got an idea. Oh, yeah. Let's... I have an idea. But it actually is going to hinge on preferably the dev adding a couple things to the game. Let's see. You know what? We'll go here. I have an idea. We've got variables like that we can pull off of an item. Like with the number counter, I can pull a variable of like what the current number is. But what we need is a way to save a variable. Like create, not save it like, oh, it's here in the number input. We need a way to create a variable like number 1, number 2 kind of thing. Like just a couple of savable number spaces. Because what I would like to do is be able to say, not just this, but like you have like a user variable and you put in variable 1, which for like the furnace timer would be 2880. I don't have to put that anywhere else. I just have it set to that, and then where I say, is the number greater than, I just put in like VARA or VARB, and it would automatically link from that part to this part. And what the... Oh, that's other stuff that got deleted that it did not take out. Okay. That's the lasers. That's what it was. The laser sentries. Okay. Let me explain this better. So what if instead of having to do this, where I have to go in and I have to set the 1440, the 2880 type value, what if I had like a variable I could just put in, say, set this to this number, always this number, and then you don't have to enter anything. So I could sit there and say, you know, set this variable A be 20, variable B is 50. So you know, it's decreased by 20, decreased by 50. You just sit there and say, instead of 20 or 50 in the subtract number, you put variable A, variable B. And what I'm thinking of this for is not the fuel consumption, but what if we had this for tracking the consumption of a resource deposit? You set variable A is the total value of the deposit. So by doing that, anything that has variable A as its input automatically updates. If you put 50 being that's how much is going, like, variable B is percentage, is 10%. You have your regen rate for resource deposits 10%. You just set it to 10%, and then every spot that needs that in the configuration is automatically updated. That way, if somebody does have a different setup, like, oh, here's a copper deposit 2400, and my regen rate is 5%, they go in variable A, 2400, variable B, 5. And it automatically updates everything for that specific scenario, that specific use. You could have a way to track the same way I'm trying to do this here for the fuel levels. You set that up, and then as a resource deposit gets used by a drill, every time it produces one, it decreases. And then every night at midnight, it regenerates by 5%, and it automatically adds that 5% back in. You could actually have a gauge, either a light or a sign set up somewhere that shows you what your current level is for a resource deposit, simply by going by how much it depletes and how much it increases at midnight for the regen. And the variables would make it a lot easier to pass that off to somebody else, because otherwise you're going to have to tell them, you got to go in and change this number and change this number, and there's no way to mark it right now with like a comment or anything. So it would make it confusing for people who are not used to some of these options. But I could technically set up something that would tell me a resource level for a deposit based on how much it has, how as it produces with the drill it depletes, and then every night at midnight it says add back in the 5%, 10%, whatever it is the regen rate is set to. So you could have information on how much iron is left in that. Is that orange or is that yellow? I can't tell if that's orange or yellow. Maybe that's why I did red. That might be why I did red, because orange is not detectable of enough of a difference. Yeah, that's why I did red on the other one, because it's not detectable enough. And then that's why I need to, that's why I had the other one done like that. So we're going to duplicate this. Set the new number value. Wait. When the button's pushed, it's going to add at least that much. Doesn't matter. We're going to set it to green automatically, because it's going to be more than that amount. And then as the timer counts, it'll adjust. Yeah, okay, that's better. That's why I did red on the other one. It's just the orange and yellow is not a big enough difference. Green and yellow, yes. Orange and yellow, no. Red and yellow, yes. Okay, that will help. All right. So now I want to try. I kind of want to build that. I was thinking. You could call Jenny Penny. What about you've seen the IT crowd? There's an episode where they're making fun of Facebook with a site called FriendFace. And it's like you go out and like you sneeze and get germs all over your face, but it's not face, it's not germs, it's friends. Friend face. And the IT manager Penny, her name was Penny Winnie was the nickname she picked. So can we go with Jenny Winnie? Is that a suitable one for you, Jenny? Better than Penny, but it'd be Jenny Winnie. You know what? We'll do that one. Let's go with that one. Oh. Again, he's stuck by my boxes. And I probably want to check the boxes. That's funny. I saw it show sparks like they were grinding it, but it didn't do any damage to it. I wonder if it only damages if they hit it a certain way, like it's an intentional type thing. Yeah, so I could take this and see, this is just basic. I mean, absolute basic. When you get an item into the storage box, if it is less than or equal to 1, which really should be less than, so it's it'll go all the way to the last slot period, it will shut off. But I could do a number input where I go in here, I say the number input is 1200. That's what the number is. When it produces -1, so 1199, 1198. And then at midnight, a timer goes off. The timer goes off and it says it's a new day. The regenerates 10%. Add 10% of 1200 back to it. And I could technically have the number input fed all the way over here to a sign that says you have this much in that deposit. And that's not that far away. Same time, I also could just say how much is in my storage box, I guess. I mean, that would be useful maybe if you were tracking how fast a deposit gets depleted, because once you set it up, all you'd have to do is add more drills, and each drill you just link in to say minus, you know, when this drill produces, subtract 1. When this one triggers, subtract 1. Have them all, when they trigger, they cause it to subtract 1 from them. Again, same time, you could probably just... I could just put the storage box volume up there. How many items are in the storage box? Just for me. All right, we're going to do Jenny Winnie. $4y plus 7y equals 41. 4 years plus 7 years equals 11 years at spots. Actually, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do something with the command center wall. I haven't done anything. This has been sitting here staring at me for a while. We'll do this. We'll start with one right here. And I'm just going to go from here to the storage box over here, and that's it. I'm just going to go over here and have it tell me a count of the items in that storage box. And that's it. Really need like a big storage wall for a base. Or big wall like that. Need to do something here, maybe. Alright, so we go this. Storage box. We're gonna set the text to amount stored. And I need to integrate this with a clock. So we'll just do it as like every hour. We're not gonna go crazy with it. On every hour, or every minute, real time. Check it. Join text, and I gotta convert number to text. All right, so we're gonna convert number to text, and we're going to join that plus that iron ore storage. Do that and then that. And then we're going to set the text to the joined text. Iron ore storage, 616. So I have 616 pieces of iron ore sitting in that storage box. Simple enough. I think that actually will work better than trying to do the other thing. But we do need a way to create a stored variable that's universal among all the items in like a programming. Like in like that item, not between like this one and you got them doing different functions, but like in that function, you could create your own specific variable that can be used to update multiple things at one time. I think we need to do that. Oh yeah, let's do more screens. Let's do another one here, because you know what? I have been neglecting this for far too long. And I'm gonna have to have 4 here. Let's use up some of these resources I've got so much of. Oh, that doesn't work. It hides there. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, we'll do it like this. I think that's about even. I think I got a big... Yep, we got a big one. Is that slightly deeper hum to his jet thruster. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do, I'm going to combine my storage into displays again. I've done this before, and it's very convenient to see how much you have of a certain resource. Obviously, the answer is already too much. But, let's see. We're going to get this. Oh, I'm going to need a time. I'm going to need a clock in here, too. Because I need it to update, let's say, on the hour. So, we'll use that for the trigger. Every hour, check the amount of stored items. Oh boy, that's, yeah, okay. Let me get this going. We're gonna add this and this together, which they're full. And then, I think I can do this. I think I can nest it this way. It's stored and stored. I'm going to duplicate that. And then this, same thing again, duplicate again, result, done. Like that. And then now we need text. Convert to text. Okay, and now set text and join text. Iron ingots stored. And hopefully, I would like to see some formatting options too. Still, I think we need some formatting options, like at least use this to create a new line. Maybe bold or something like that kind of thing would be great. Oh. I messed up. I forgot space. That's why we need formatting options. Look at that. 4,150 iron ingots. Welcome back, Jason. Like I said, I've got too many items. And I'm not going to do this for every storage box. That would be way too much. I mean, that might be something fun to do if we have formatting where I could do it. I could do something on like the smaller screens and have a stack of smaller screens that says like lights, this, that. But I'm really just concerned with those. Yeah, that. All right, you know what? I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can just copy this over. Wish this would actually work the same way. You select two things, automatically select the connections between them. All right, we're gonna do it. Storage counter. Okay, so now copper. That, all right, we're gonna go here. I'm gonna go storage counter, boop it in. I'm gonna do storage box 1. Oh yeah, gotta do the store. I wish that would not change, because see, it changes it. It also breaks the connection, so some of this still does not work at all like it should for the blueprints. That's why the creation tool was such a big deal for this, because it actually transfers everything and you're not losing some stuff like with this. It did not update it. Oh, look at that. It went to the wrong spot. And now I got adjust the formatting on this because I got too many extra spaces in there. Still not working. Okay. Sometimes you gotta add a bunch of spaces in there. Like that. That's why we need formatting on it. Sanchez got Phasmo. Are you just saying that, Xbox, to joke around, or does he actually have it? Did you actually check and see that he's got it? Whoa, 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 whoa. What the? This is still going. What the? I put one thing in, and that's 1,440. Why is this still going? Okay, that's throwing me off now. Why is that? Alright, I'll have to come back to that. It works on the other one, and it doesn't work on that one, but I use the same numbers. Because I remember tracking that. It's 2 days worth of time in the game. So that's 2880. Because I did a timer to count that. And that's like hundreds of seconds off on it. Unless... Well, no, I did it with a single thing of fuel 2 and saw that it went 1440 exactly. I don't know what's going on there. I wonder, maybe something's lagged and it's causing extra timing, like an extra connection sort of thing. And I gotta make another box. One more storage box. There we go. And I'll set the lid color to luscious purple. And then link it over here. Too many connections crisscrossing. And this is why I don't do any blueprints anymore, just creations. Because the creations work, the blueprints don't. Ah. And look again, it got that dragged the wrong way. Let me look at this. Make sure I didn't do that. Nope, it's right there. So for some reason that connection is not getting dropped, it's getting moved. There we go. That should be enough, right? No, it's... What? Oh, I lost it all now. There, fixed. That's weird. I kicked back in and it was gone. Oh, you said hey earlier? Okay. Didn't get subsistence yet. Just Phasmo. Okay, you know, I gotta do one more. I'm just gonna take this box. I don't want to keep making more storage boxes. Okay, we got that. We're gonna get the glass storage now. You know, I'm thinking now, I really hope that at some point we get an upgrade to the creation tool that allows for us to create like a selection box. Like you can select around a structure and basically automatically select everything with it and then go back in and remove certain things if you want. Because if you have a really elaborate base and you're like, I'm going to put my entire base up there as a creation, man, you better hope you target everything, because you can't go back in to edit one. Like once you've saved it as a creation, you can't go back in and say, oh man, I missed a couple of things, let me update that saved one. So it'd be great if we could just do that part too, but you're talking like a couple hundred or even 1,000 different items you have to select in an elaborate base build. Man, that would be frustrating if you don't get it just right. And oh, I just know, oh wait, no, that's right, I don't need that. That's right, I left that off. And this time it kept it the right way. What the? Oh, it kept it until I selected this object. Then it connects it to the wrong thing. That's weird. Okay, I have hourly updates on how much glass, lithium, copper, iron I have in storage. That's all I really needed. And that is off somehow. But that's got fuel. Okay, and let's see, we'll go that. No bots attacking me, none nearby, that works fine, and that is still going. So if it stops right here. 600. So I put 1440, which is half. Which is exactly what it's supposed to be. It's 600. I know I timed this before. So I'm just going to do it from 2800. We're going to put in some fuel. I'm going to let it go. And because that's like halfway right there. Like you see it, it looks halfway. So this should end at 1440. If it does, then something was bugged there. If it doesn't, something was not bugged. What? Something bugged, because I've got 2 in there that didn't even get marked as going through. It's one of those, probably save or something like that caused a stutter that it didn't trigger something correctly. And I have seen that. Oh. It froze. It crashed. There it goes. Game crashed. So did Timmy. I love how immediately it crashes too. It's not like it sits there thinking for 30 seconds. It's like freezes and 5 seconds later it's like done. Just immediately like out. Oh yeah, while I was programming everything. You're going to order a ton of fries. I mean, they're still going to be fried. That's the thing. That's still not good. Play lawn mowing simulator because he just mowed the lawn. No. Actually, oh. Right into... Oh, they're like bugged. Look at that. They're circling looking for me, but they don't know where I'm at. They're not like tracking me now. That, oh, there they go. They had to think about it for a second. I thought they were going to just sit there and, you know, roll around in a circle for a few minutes. And I was going to just keep them there as little buddies. At least I got that iron ore storage part done. Yep. Look at how much I missed. I lost. I lost all of that. Because of the autosave. It's probably almost time for an autosave, and it didn't do it yet. And yeah, don't play the game for a very long time without stopping and reloading it. I've got to start setting a timer to remind me to close the game out, because it just gets more and more problematic the longer it's open. I mean, same thing with Subnautica too at times. I have caused issues in Subnautica because it was open for too long. Alright, at least this is a simpler way to fix it. I'm not having to redo everything. Oh, they just remind me, I have got an actual simulator game I am going to get. That's right, I said I don't care for the simulator games, but I have found one. When it becomes available, I'm going to get it. Because it is actually an interesting concept for a game. And it's more importantly the fact that it's a game where you can learn a skill. Like, I'm all for if you want to get PC Builder Simulator, because you can learn how to build a PC. And I've seen so many reviews on that game of people who said it helped them get a job after they learned how to build a PC and everything. I'm behind those. So there is one I got a pop-up for, notification for. It's Photography Simulator. And it's actually looks like amazing. Like, the whole premise is you're going out and taking wildlife photography. A simulator for that. But it's detailed, or it looks like it's going to be very detailed on the controls. Like, the cameras. You could choose different cameras, different lenses. You got drones. You can fly the drones. Of course, it is like a first-person view on the drones, which is not all of the drones out there. But it gives you that option, and you get to play with actual mechanical elements of taking pictures, like your ISO, your exposure, things like that. So that is a game I'm going to get because I want to use it to help me get better at photography, and I can practice here instead of having to go out and try to fight to get that perfect shot. But you need to check it out. It's Photography Simulator. And the big thing is it's not like clunky graphics. The graphics look absolutely amazing for it. Actually, I'll find it real quick. I'm going to add it in the chat. Because it's wish listed right now. Because it's not available yet, but I am going to absolutely get it. That is a simulator game for me. Right there, because that's one thing I want to get better at is photography. So yeah, if you want to learn a skill like photography, a game like that can help, and I definitely say check that one out. And yeah, Timmy is out for the count. You know, such a rough day getting groomed and spa treatment. Man, I mean, you know, if I got to go to the spa, I would probably feel refreshed afterwards. He goes to the spa, he feels like he just wants to sleep the rest of the day. Like, so rough. Getting pampered. So yeah, forget lawn mowing simulator, forget power wash simulator. Look at Photography Simulator. You can learn a skill. And if you've been with the live streams for No Man's Sky, you know I like to play around with the photo settings in that a lot. You know, it's just, I like photography. I want to get better at it. So if I can have a game that lets me play and get better at it, then I'll do that. I gotta fix that too. Oh wow, it broke the text again. Even that was not enough. There we go. Crab land creatures, if they don't stop being annoying, you're going to make it a dead planet. What? Are you talking about the little cave crawlers at spots? They're not that bad. You just gotta know how to deal with them. It's called slapping them with a knife. Take one of them with the propulsion cannon and shoot them at the other ones. You know, two crabs, one gun. Alright. I'm saving as soon as I get this done. It's not difficult. It's just annoying having to redo the whole thing each time, pretty much. I think I probably could have just rebuilt it every single time from scratch in about the same amount of time this has taken because of the crash. Delete that one, yeah. I don't know why the join text thing would move up like that. That seems very odd. That would do that. There we go. I know my storage, and I'm saving now. Sim airport? Like, if it actually shows you how to run an airport, like you're in the control tower kind of thing, and you're learning how to run an airport, I get that. I can get behind that. I get behind the simulation games that are good for teaching you something. I'm not for the simulation games that are, you know, if you're going to do this, why don't you just do it in real life and actually get something out of it, you know? Simulation game, you're on another planet. I get it. Simulation game for mowing the lawn. No. I'll just go mow the lawn, and I'll actually get some exercise and get the lawn mowed kind of thing, you know? You know, car mechanic simulator. It's not the same as actually working on a car, but if it teaches you how to do certain things, and then it's just a case of going in there, but wait, I remember how I did this. I got to do this, and then you could do it. I'm all for that, you know? That's the kind of stuff I get behind because it helps you learn something too. Let's see what happened here. Oh, it was a bug. Look at that. It was something bugged because now it's out of fuel at minus 464, not minus 600. So I was right. I had it set right. Something bugged. Which is not a good thing anyway when it bugs. But, you know. Maybe this is something that the dev can add to the game. We can actually get a read on a fuel level for a furnace. And this broke. Completely broke. Wow, look at that. It actually disconnected stuff. And actually, my stuff moved. I did not have them this close together. It actually disconnected the drop-off point from the trigger. Wow, alright, so that was just from me loading the game. It disconnected stuff. Yeah, that's a problem. That definitely needs to be fixed. I think something's messed up now. Because he just went straight to me right there and then stopped. He didn't come after me. He came here where I was at and then was like, I'm just going to sit here. But I think I've bugged something really bad now. Oh no. Don't want that. Alright, I'm gonna have to let that go. Yeah, something Something did not work very well at the end. I think I overloaded something. Do not play this for extended periods of time. Make sure you save and close out completely. You build the airport. Okay. So you do like every aspect. Like you're building the airport, you control like all the stuff. See, I get behind that. That's learning. That's like the city builders that like actually have you manage the economics in a certain way, you know, like that. I can get behind that. It's not something I necessarily want to play myself, but I can get behind that being a, you know, good game for somebody to try out because it's teaching you, you know, a skill type thing. You're learning a skill. You know, you're developing your capabilities. It's not something you're gonna put on your resume, not going on your CV. But it's one of those things that you can be like, you know, I like to play this game as a hobby on the side. Maybe an employer might be like, oh, that's interesting. That's cool. I like that game too. It helps me sharpen my skills. And again, you know, I've seen reviews from people saying that they were able to get jobs after playing PC Building Simulator a lot. Sure, airport management might be a little bit harder to convince them that you've learned and know what you're doing from a game. But, you know, it could work. Okay, yeah, so I'm getting stutters. The bots are going in the wrong spot. I think I've got something a little corrupted now in my save. Or at least in this load of the save. Like, I mean, yeah, everything is, like, messed. You know, I'm going to close out. Something is wrong. They're dropping and not even coming after me. Which could be fun to let just build up a nice big thing. He worked. The big guy, the little ones, the normal ones are not doing anything. Look, they're stuck there. I'm going to save and quit. I'm actually going to close out normal this time. And you look at Timmy conked out. Phasmo is too scary for you. Or airport management is too scary for you. I feel like that's what you were referring to. You're too afraid to run an airport. You might, like, crash some planes. I get it. I'd probably crash a plane, too. And it's going to take a moment. Oh. There you go. I'm completely closing out intentionally this time. Out of Mechanica. He's like, why'd you stop? Give me that dirty look. That's a very nice turkey leg right there. You know, that's Thanksgiving right there for me. Turkey leg. He's got chicken wings. See that? Nice little chicken wing. You wanna eat this? Hmm? Alright, the bots are fixed, I think. Yep, they're fixed. They're back in working order. I need like a camera I can put with me so I can be like, this is the look he's giving me right now. Boom! Alright. I just gotta remember now, next time I need to start saving and closing out after like an hour or so of game time. And Oh. I didn't even think about checking this recently. It is full. Look at that. Oh, man. You know what? I don't ever use circuit boards that much, so do that. I just collected. Got more coming too. Even after all the stuff I was collecting off the ground, there's still, it got overfilled. And I think I've got actually like, well, it was fixed for that first group. Now it's not. I may have actually corrupted my game. That crash may have completely messed the game up. Because they're not moving anymore. They're just, they come in and they stop. Like I'm right here. I have officially broken it now. It's not even a matter of if it too easy or I caused it to crash. I have actually broken it where they cannot function now. Maybe I might have to do like a repair of my game files or something. I don't know. But yeah, something is not working right anymore. Oh, wait, I know. I gotta come down here. I need to retrieve some stuff. The wandering one is working. One is just kind of wandering around on his own. Oh, yeah. A bunch of circuit boards stuck. I wasn't satisfied with just, you know, crashing the game. I decided to truly break it this time, where the bots no longer function. Except for him. So maybe it's just the ones that are... Well, no, never mind. I was going to say, maybe it's the ones that are just getting dropped off, but he triggered against me, and he's now just keeps going. That one triggered, and he stopped. That one stopped. This is weird. I don't know why it would be like, hey, let me go partially towards you, and then just kind of never mind. That's weird. Yeah. It's acting weird. And we're right at that 3-hour mark anyway, so it might be a good idea for me to call it at this point and try to see if this can be fixed. If not, I might be starting over again. At least, or, you know, starting over with the new map update happens, because I may have really broken things now. Like, really broken it now. Shale outcrops. Generally, I don't find a lot of outcrops in the forest, like around there, but like along the edges, you can find it, like in the more open spaces. You should be able to find lithium and, yeah, shale would be silver, gold. Yeah, you should be able to find all that in the mushroom forest. Dogs can sit, be naked, and getting rubs, but you get arrested when you do it. I mean, technically, I've tried to put clothes on Timmy. He doesn't go for it. I do good just getting wear his little muscle shirt hood or muscle hoodie, you know, with the sleeves cut off, says security, I do good just getting to wear that. Alright, all that's been uploaded. I'm not even gonna, I'm afraid to even go out to some of those right now. I have a feeling some stuff's just not working anymore. Well, that's working. Make sure this triggers correctly. Seems to be working. Nothing getting jumped to the side. Yeah, it takes a moment for it to get moved over, but it works. I don't know why this one keeps cutting off randomly. He's got power. He just randomly stops, even though there's still stuff in there. Alright, well, before I save, I am going to get up here and be ready to take them down. Since they'll start activating again. Oh. Maybe it's just all the bots that currently exist that are the problem. Maybe once I start getting some of those out, it'll clear up. Maybe it's just like something bugged on their routine, like I've seen with the buddy bots occasionally. Yeah. Alright, so, yeah, I got some stuff up there. The expandable glass production version 2 is up, and the portable defense station is up. Which really, that's nothing. That's just good for working out somewhere. And then we did the copper mine to copper wire. If you want to get those, they are on the workshop. Sure, you know, thumbs up if you try them and like them. Timmy? Alright, you're not going to eat that treat, the special treat today. You want these? See if he'll eat something. You have a headache, so it's not good for you. I understand. The ones with diamond, no, you're not gonna find that in the mushroom forest. Well, no. You're asking me on the wrong game. That's diamond. You want to go to? Let me think. I mean, if you want to get diamond, there we go. Easiest way. Don't even worry about like the mushroom forest. You want to get a bunch of diamond. Sea Treader's Path, because I know that one they kick up all of that. Let's see. Shell outcrops are not in the... Oh, no, they are in the mushroom forest. You probably won't see that much there, but that is mushroom forest. But yeah, Sea Treader's Path, if you can get down there, you'll be fine. Underwater Islands is another good spot I have done for that when I need it. But yeah, Sea Treader's Path, you can just... If you can hang out down there, you get a lot of diamond that way. Oh, you did eat. You wanna scoot in closer? Yeah. No? Look, I'm gonna put these over here. Put these right here. Is that? You don't want that one? Fine. You gotta scoot in. Come on, Timmy. I know you want these. Look at that. Oh, I'll put that one there. Jenny needs a massage. Oh. And Jason said she needs one. Or Jason saying you need one. Everybody needs a massage. Totally legit massage. Oh, laser cutter for the Aurora. Not even mushroom forest. Do the plateaus. That's what I do. Do the plateaus. Shell outcrop should be all over the plateaus, and go to the actual little plateaus themselves. Because you'll find them all up in that area. I think that's where I usually get my silver and gold that way. So I know if I'm getting gold, it's the same thing. So you should be able to get some of that. Also try the mountains. That's another good spot. The mountains will have a lot of shell outcrops. And you don't even have to go on the side with the don't even have to go on the sides with like the Leviathans. You can just go with the side opposite from the Aurora. Like usually where you come from the kelp forest side, you're going along there. There's no Leviathan there. You usually find I use that if I need to find. I mean, the side towards the underwater islands is good because you won't have a Reaper there, and you can find some of the engine parts too for the Cyclops. Good way to get your money back. The freighter is expensive. What you mean, like sell it to get your money back, or like you need to make money quick? Timmy, eat this one. Come on. Say that. I don't know why you won't eat these other ones. Oh, so you need more money in order to buy the freighter. How much is the freighter, Jenny? I mean, it would be, if it's not much that you're lacking, a couple of bounties would be good. I also just getting supplies, selling them. I mean, if you want something super quick, bounties are going to give you something. You also do some of the missions, like some of the missions that you can do for Quicksilver will give you items you can sell. Generally, if you could do it, if you've got some money, you've got some refiners, medium or large refiners already set up in a base, go buy some oxygen and chlorine and do the chlorine expansion. Turn around, sell the chlorine, buy more oxygen, make some more chlorine from that, and keep going. You just sell a lot of chlorine. You can get a lot of money from that. That's one of the ways people do it. You can also do like the chromatic metal expansion or something like that. But I would say the easier one is chlorine, because you can set up a farm, pretty readily get some oxygen, but it's actually just as easy to buy a ton of oxygen and do that. Play VR for what game, Cameron? And if I had a VR headset, then I might try it, but I don't have a VR headset, and I don't want to sit here with the keyboard, mouse, or controller doing VR. If I'm doing VR, I am getting up and walking around. Gee, another thing you could do, it's not exactly the same thing, because I did it a guide for doing this for like making nanites, but you could also do the food thing with it. I'm gonna send you the link for my video for doing the let me get that link there. There you go, Jenny. That's my video on the different money options. But I would say chlorine duplication, chlorine expansion, as it's called in the game, would be the better way to do it right now. Just get it knocked out quickly. Because again, you could go, if you've got some chlorine, just buy, you know, like a little bit. I mean, even something as small as 6 chlorine, and buy stacks of oxygen. Go to a blue star system and just hang out. Like, well, blue star system with good economy would be best. Just hit up the freighter captains as they come in, the ones that land their ships in the hangar bay. You just go talk to them, buy their oxygen, and then turn around, go to your refiners, make a ton of chlorine, and then just sell it. I mean, you're talking hundreds of thousands, well, lots, you know, I want to say hundreds of thousands per stack. There you go. Also, activate Indian farm if you want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, you could do like some activate indium, like just doing the chromatic metal into indium thing, because you can do that. You can use like copper to make activate or chromatic metal, and chromatic metal to expand it into indium, and then make activate indium. But if you don't want to go about like finding a spot for a mine, I mean, easiest hands off is activate indium mining, period, anything like that. But if you don't want to do that, you just want to get some money quick, you can do some chlorine expansion fairly quickly. And Timmy's just, he's tired out again. He just tucked himself in the corner. Look at that. It's your collar. Beat Saber? Yeah, that's kind of like the game that's not for me. That's why I don't have like a Wii where I'm doing all the joysticks like that. Like my Wii is like, oh, let me sit here and do this. Timmy. No Man's Sky? Like VR No Man's Sky? I mean, maybe, but again, I don't want to do a VR game where the only benefit is the headset and I'm still playing it like I normally would. Like I'm just looking around and that's it. I would rather do a VR game where I am involved at least in moving around a space, and I just don't have space for a VR setup like that. You know, one game I have that did a really good job with VR, and it's more like a survival but puzzle type game. Let me find that one. This is one I remember playing. I was like, this will be good in VR, and then they added VR to it. Because I was still doing it very early off. I don't know if I can find it. Might be a case I just don't recognize the name at this point. But yeah, there's, you know, certain games I would play in VR. But I'm not going to produce VR content, because what are you going to do? I don't get into watching somebody sit there and stand in a space and move around. Besides the fact that I don't have that space to do it. And I can't get into doing something like that. Solus Project, that's it. That is one I would do in VR, because you do have to like move around and manipulate objects. Also, it's just the environment element of it is really well done to make it more immersive. Subnautica VR, I would not do. It's just not one I would say would work for me, because I just, you know, the controls are not going to be there for the VR. It's going to be a case of, I think it's better if I do. Just keyboard and mouse for it, you know? There's just certain games where the controls are not going to lend very well, in my opinion, to VR. Almost 100% happiness for your settlement. I am up, I want to say about 40% now on mine. I did jump on last night to get something else going. I still got to jump in and do the next phase on it. I think it was like there was it was 2 factory options, and they wanted to go with one. Oh no, it was factory and a marketplace. And I was like, you know what? They want the marketplace. It's only gonna make like a third as much as the factory, but we'll go with the marketplace, because then at least it'll feel like there's maybe, you know, trade going on. I felt like that would be a better look for it. Trying to update a couple of things on my the workshop stuff. Okay, there we go. Yep. And all right, yeah. That's updated. There's something else I thought I had to take off of here. I'm trying to think. No, I got some errors I gotta get put in there. What can you do to make space on your PC? Delete stuff. Do disk cleanup first. You might have a lot of junk on there. That would be the thing. Go to your C drive and do disk clean, or, well, you know, just do a search for disk cleanup and run it as admin, because you can choose to get rid of some of the like extra temp files and everything, but you probably just have a lot of old update files cached. That's one thing that happens with a lot of people that run out of space, is they'll end up with some like old update files just building up. Or, you know, delete a game or something. I usually try to maintain a decent, healthy amount of space on my drive. You don't want to be less than 10% on your drive for sure, because that's going to affect the swap files, and it's going to impact your performance on your PC. So make sure you've got at least 10% free. Timmy? Timmy, you wait. You ignoring me? Hey. Alright. I think it is time for... Do you need to go outside? You go pee? You need pee? You gotta go pee? Nah, he's just staring at me. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up today. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Remember, you know, you got any ideas for the game on new designs, new implementations, let me know. I'm gonna keep thinking stuff. I'm gonna see if I can fix my game save so that the bots start working again. Or I might be starting over whenever we get that new map update. I don't know if we'll do this next week. It depends on if we get an update to the game. If there's an update, then we'll come back to it for sure. But if not, we might try something different next week. I did see Scrap Mechanics got an update coming with underground stuff, with drilling and everything. So that might be worth taking a quick look at again. Maybe they have the performance fixed on that. As bots, you need at least 10% space of storage, okay? Marion, Alistair, thanks for subscribing if you are here with us right now. And sorry you're catching the end of the stream. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll do, you know, normal schedule this week. Timmy and I are going to go let him do his doggy deeds outside. And then, probably nap. He's been taking a nap. I need a nap. I need to rest my weary eyes for a moment. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, and it's been fun as always. Go enjoy the rest of your day, rest of your weekend. Be safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.